Hi, I'm Jonathan Banks, Executive Automotive Analyst here at the NADA Convention in San Francisco. Today I will cover some of the highlights of the used market during 2010 and give you our forecast for 2011. The used car market is providing clear signs that our industry has entered a new phase. The evidence is found in the used vehicle price increases in 2010 that surprised many analysts and pointed to improvements in the industry that support a healthy and sustainable environment for used vehicle prices during 2011. I want to address some of these key improvements and give a brief summary of highlights we witnessed during 2010, as well as provide our forecast for used prices. Used car prices continued to improve, reaching an all-time high in December 2010, according to one of our industry benchmarks, the Manheim Used Vehicle Value Index. Dealerships have reported strong profitability, with retail gross profits on used vehicles posting an increase of 2% year over year in November 2010, while concurrently posting an increase in sales by about 20%, according to NADA 20 Group's Dealer Financial Profile Report. We are seeing better inventory management for used vehicles, driven by dealer investments in staffing, technology, and analysis, which has improved used inventory turn rates by 11% during 2010 compared to 2009, according to CNW. Easy access to vehicle information from a variety of independent sites like AutoTrader and Cars.com provides consumers pricing, content, and condition information for used vehicles. This creates an environment with complete transparency, where comparative shopping enables consumers to create an expectation of a price for virtually any used vehicle. In addition, this information aligns consumers with used vehicles that closely match their actual wants and needs. Manufacturers are managing incentives more effectively on new vehicles, with incentives down on a year-over-year basis by 26% on trucks and 10% on cars, according to CNW. This is part of a comprehensive brand management strategy that we are seeing with many manufacturers to improve the perception of value of their used models. The supply of used vehicles will continue to be tight due to the pullback in leasing that began in 2007 and the lower new car sales from 2008 and 2009. These vehicles become the future used vehicle pool. According to NADA's calculations, we should see a 4% reduction in overall supply. Lower supply, of course, supports stronger used prices. Overall demand for used vehicles is expected to improve slightly based on macroeconomic trends, improvements in consumer confidence, a need and desire to replace vehicles in consumers' current fleet, and better access to credit. AuctionNet, an auction transaction database that represents 80% of the wholesale market, reported year-over-year increases of 10% on used vehicle prices for 2 to 5-year-old trucks and sport utility vehicles, and an 8% increase on cars. From a brand perspective, Ford, Chrysler, and GM all showed positive growth in used car prices, with gains averaging between 15 to 20% for 2 to 5-year-old models, while import brands had an average improvement of around 10%. As with mainstream brands, luxury brands showed improvement year over year, with high-volume manufacturers like Audi, BMW, Cadillac, Lexus, and Mercedes posting increases at or above 10%. The 2010 increases come on top of dramatic wholesale price increases of between 30 to 38% for trucks and 19% on cars from 2008 to 2009. And using January's results as an indicator, it appears as if these trends are going to continue, at least in the short term. Consumers in 2011 will benefit from high trade-in values, which will help facilitate a new vehicle purchase. This should impact consumers with trade-ins of all ages and condition types, and aligns well with the expected pent-up demand for vehicle replacement. Data on replacement demand, scrappage rates, and the median age of vehicles on the road all point to consumers wanting and needing to replace the vehicles in their fleets. Demand is further buttressed by anecdotal data that suggests consumers are not only replacing vehicles out of necessity, but are also replacing vehicles purely from the desire to upgrade their current models. The union between technology and data, supportive OEM strategies, a price-favorable supply and demand relationship, the increased flow of credit, and a reasonable spread between new and used vehicle prices support our assumption that used vehicle prices will increase between 5 to 10% in 2011. The restructuring of the industry has created many positive effects in the past 3 years, the used market performance being one of them. And regardless of how we got here, we are now in an age of a more efficient, more intelligent, and a more sustainable business model. Used vehicle prices have offered a barometer of this success and are a direct result of sound business strategies that came out of the tumultuous environment of the past 3 years. We are optimistic that the practices I talked about earlier will not only continue, but continuously improve, resulting in a strong used market in 2011. More details are available in our February guidelines.